What's the most toxic fan base you've ever seen? The Voltron fandom. The show itself took a nosedive after a couple good seasons. But the fan base got wild. Massive shipping wars that had people run off the internet and calling each other pedophiles, blackmailing the studio, harassing Vaz. Someone reportedly sent cupcakes with glass in them or something. I was looking to see if anybody had said the Voltron fandom. You literally couldn't have said it better. I'm pretty sure they also bullied one of the Vaz to the point they had to delete their social media. Chris Brown link seconds after he almost beat Rihanna to death. They were bending over backward to rationalize the assault, mercilessly attacking anyone who spoke up about it, and haven't stopped for over a decade, and they won. He's still famous, successful, and a huge participant in popular culture. If it makes you feel better, he is banned from entering Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom due to his criminal record. Homestuck. My god. Since they often went together, I'll add on with Italia. Isn't Italia that fandom where a bunch of cosplayers went to the Holocaust memorial during an AninCon and did the Hitler salute? Gabby Hanna. She made one of my favorite content creators quit YouTube for a long time. I found this creator on Reddit and he made some hilarious videos, some of which critiqued her history of joke theft. He completely removed the videos about her out of nowhere from his channel and then didn't make content for like 3 or more years. All this just after getting a minor boost of subscribers from Reddit. It seemed weird, but I never unsubbed because I felt like he had real potential as a content creator and hoped for his return. Gabby Hanna recently admitted to doxing this creator in one of her live streams. She never mentioned his name, but when she described the situation, like I knew exactly who she was referencing. Like she decided to stalk this kid at the time. Found out his name, address, school, all because he made 2 or 3 funny and basically harmless videos that documented her history of copying famous comics and outright just using their jokes. And then she just completely downplayed how ducking horrifying she was to him. Like, how do you defend this woman? I should also add that he recently returned and made a video basically saying that he didn't want to be involved with the Gabby Hanna drama and wants to move on. Seeing how manipulative and threatening with other people in her life, and those people have money and a platform, I can only imagine how she abused her position of power against a kid's small channel. Either Homestuck in 2012, Hitalia, Danganronpa, or the Dream SMP. People have literally died in these fandoms due to bullying, doxing, etc. The only one of these I've heard of is Danganronpa, and I unironically played the first 2 games on the PlayStation Vita in 2014 and or 2015. I don't think I was aware of there being a fandom. My interest was piqued cause I was a fan of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney titles on the Gamma Boy DS. I think it's worrisome that anyone would bully or dox someone for any purpose. Crazy ass BTS stans threatened to kill me when I said their Korean songs are better than their English ones. Stan culture in general, to be honest, is toxic as duck. It just involves supporting strangers blindly, no matter what they do, just switching off all critical thinking. I feel like this obsessive fan behavior is exactly what Eminem was condemning in that song. But now it's a good thing. But yeah, pop stans are a different breed. I like pop, but I never say I'm a fan, because I look at other people who say they're fans and I go, no a-hole here, I don't like anything that much, lol. As much as I love Five Nights at Freddy's, I came across a good fair share of fans who would fight over which gender the spirits of the animatronics were. Some who firmly believed in one of MatPat's theories, and, heck, even some people who literally went yandere over some of the characters, saying that characters like Bonnie or Freddy belonged to them, and only to them. Like, it was like some of these people had a literal creepy infatuation with fictional, possessed by child spirits, robots. And that's only some of the crazy stuff I've seen on Wattpad. When the first game came out, it was simple fun partaking in the fad of a unique new horror game. It's insane the kind of rabid, strange fan base the series has garnered. Not anywhere near what I would have expected. Anyone on the Dream SMP has just the weirdest fan base imaginable. Before, the fans were fine, but they're awful now. blaming Wilbur for sexual assault, sexualizing minors, saying Nahachu should starve herself. It's ducking disgusting. I agree with you so much. Paul Brother fans. Honestly, most influencer fans that popped up around the same time. Heavily manga only AOT fans. The Dead by Daylight community. The subreddit has a pretty consistent gaslighting problem. You could bring up an own issue that even the devs have acknowledged, and you'll still have people tell you that you're lying, imagining things, or that it's just your internet. It's infuriating. No one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. Star Wars fans and Star Wars fans are natural enemies. Damn Star Wars fans. They ruined Star Wars. You seem like a contentious people. You just made an enemy for life. This is probably a cop-out, but every fandom I've really tried to get into has been toxic. After about 5 or so minutes of scrolling, for every 99 people who enjoy a hobby, there's one who posts angry shit online. They are not the hobby community. Pick a crypto, any crypto. Not sure if it counts, but League of Legends was terrible. Playing casually against bots is fun, but enter a ranked match, even at the lowest level, and you better play freaking perfect or your teammates will make you wish your mother was never born. I'm surprised that nobody has mentioned Rick and Morty yet. I believe it used to be a toxic fandom, but when the lightning in a bottle died out, it seems that only the people who are super interested in the show are still watching it. It's still a great show nonetheless. I'm a big fan of the show, but the fans have such a toxic reputation that I don't wear any merch because of the negative associations. University of Alabama football fans. Steven Universe. They're pretty evil with how they bullied a girl to near suicide. Reddit. Yes, super edgy, I know. I stick around for the funny content. But duck me. You people hate everything. You can't just be a fan of something. There's always some ducking schism. Star Wars people hate the new sagas. People who like the new sagas hate the people who hate the new saga. Same with Trek. Both sides are just as ducked as each other. Kinda on the fence about something. There are people who hate you for that too. We can't enjoy anything anymore without someone hating us for it. We can't be passionate about something without someone with a different opinion hating you. We all need to take a step back and shut the duck up. I've been dumb enough to participate, so I don't think I'm any better than the rest of you. Dreams fanbase. All of them. Star Wars. People think they only became toxic recently, but they've always been aggressively hostile even back in the 2000s. Any fan base of a popular anime. Hamilton. I believe there was even a girl pretending to be an escaped sex slave just to get some clout out of this fandom for her cannibalistic mermaid fanfic featuring the characters out of this fandom. Pop fandom are the most toxic fandom, and I regret letting my little sister into it. In my experience, comic book fans are extremely toxic toward anyone that doesn't share their views of character, political fan bases and ideologies. Obviously, take the cake for the most dangerous. Hockey dads. As a former coach, the dads could suck, but the moms were no better. Got told by a lady her little Timmy was never going to make it to the NHL because I wasn't playing him enough. He was 16, playing house hockey, and was arguably our worst player. There's a reason I stopped being a minor hockey referee after numerous death threats, parking lot jumps, and needing to call the police to escort me to my car and home. I had enough, and this is Canada. Some are downright assholes. No, your kid isn't gonna be the next Sidney Crosby or Wayne Gretzky and give you the easy life. You're no better than those parents that force their kids to do pageants. Dream stands. They worship the heck out of him, like he's a ducking god or something. If you oppose them, they call you whatever they want, and are always backed up by more dumbass stands. Steven Universe and the Dream SMP fan bases are two fan bases that are so toxic. Pop. Professional wrestling. Toxic as duck, a lot of them. The ones who think every clean loss is a burial, but also bitch about screwy finishes. complain when any other wrestler than their personal favorite gets pushed. A hot crowd is awesome, as long as they enhance an event, rather than hijack it. Chanting "we are awesome" is self-congratulatory garbage. Sword and Scale fans are pretty rabid, wildly varying opinions, and they'll all come for you. LOL. I don't know if his fan base is as bad as it gets, and I know literally everyone on earth has heard of this one. Fortnite's fan base has been the worst I have encountered. I like the idea of Fortnite, but the community ruined it for me entirely. How have we not mentioned Harry Potter fans? I was born in '96, and I swear we are the generation of sorting people in every label we can, before we even get to know anyone. I'm a Slyther buff, an ENFJ, an Aries Pisces rising, Team Instinct. BuzzFeed told me the pastor I'm most like is Pen, and I'm an avoidant attachment style, but also extroverted, which basically means I will fight you if you come for me, and then cry about it later, because I just want to be friends. Turns out people are a lot more nuanced and way more in the gray than we like to think, and fluctuate in that area frequently. K-pop fans are very aggressive. To be honest, it's just stupid sometimes. Lately it's been England football fans. I mean, what the duck was that? Not lately, always. We just usually lose early enough for them not to get noticed. Beyonce Hive. I don't know, I think Stallions fans are pretty toxic. Disney fans. This one. Disney adults are so weird, you know. Being into a few movies because you saw them as a kid is cool. But 2 of my exes took Disney way too seriously, and it's now a red flag for me. Sorry to those who obsess over Disney, but they were both wackadoos who lived off The Little Mermaid. The MHA fandom is toxic as heck. Call of Duty doesn't matter which one, I like the games, but the fan base is horrible. All fandoms have somewhat of toxicity in them, so my answer is all. Canon. MHA, every character is magically gay. Jokes aside, the fandom is just absorbed in themselves. Of course there are the good people. Any criticism they receive is just downed into hate. Rick and Morty fans can be pretty intolerable. Elon Musk. Philadelphia fans. Dallas Cowboy fans. Still thumping their chest with no championships in 25 years and still busting on every other team in the league. Followed closely by New England Patriot fans. The Magic the Gathering fan base is pretty putrid outside of a handful of well-adjusted folk. I cannot tell you how many times the stereotypical Magic playing neckbeard has ruined a game for me. Brother and I used to play board and miniature games when his kids were small. We started meeting up at local game shops to avoid waking the kids at home. Literally, each place we visited once, and it was always due to 1 or 2 smelly, mouth-breathing, sweat-stained nice guys who inserted themselves into our games. They always tried to wrongly, or told us how to play it, tried to debate rules, tell us we were playing the wrong army, and then throw a man tantrum when we politely asked them to leave us to our game. Those old Francis freaks out YouTube satires were not far off the mark. There's no rage like nerd rage. Metal music fans can be pretty awful. And that's coming from someone who likes metal. Very gatekeepy and elitist for some reason. There are people who basically think if the lyrics in your favorite metal song doesn't sound like a demented rooster gurgling on vomit, that they aren't real metal fans. It's to the point where more casual metal fans get treated like girls wearing Nirvana shirts. Trump supporters. Probably the extreme end of political parties or religion. Odd question. Seeing as toxic fan bases haven't been an issue for a while, very few fan bases were produced with lead paint or contained industrial PCB ballasts. But if any fan base is toxic, it would be very old one still containing those materials. Any modern fan base will likely be constructed of steel, plastic, or PVC, all of which are perfectly safe to install in your home. 13-year-old Queen fans after the Bohemian Rhapsody movie came out. No, Queen are not the actors in the movie. Yes, they are actual real people who make real music. No, the actors most likely do not want to impregnate you. You are an actual child. Harry Potter fans. I've been personally attacked by a group of them because I said I hadn't read the books.